Oh, do I feel good tonight? What is up, DTL Universe? Welcome into DTL Prime Time. Prime Time Live tonight. Not one Monday Night Football games. We have two. So we have absolutely no time to waste. Now, sometimes in the land of Stadium, YouTube, the Stadium app, watchstadium.com, you have some tech issues. And tonight, nothing will stop us despite the tech issues. So I encourage all of you to grab your paper, grab your pencil. We're going to have our best bets. We're going to have everything we normally do, just without some of the bells and whistles that we normally have. Now, let me introduce very quickly. AB, how are we doing over there, big boy?
We're making it. Yeah, me and Google are going to have a conversation after this show.
It's all right. It happens sometimes. That's for damn sure. I got the Z-Man here. I got DG here. And I got Raphael here. And, guys, we got two games to get to. The first half of the show here live on Stadium will basically be the Jags and the Bills. And then the second half of the show will be the Commanders and the Bengals. Also tonight, one of you guys has a chance to get into the club not once, but twice on the same night. Very, very serious, if you don't mind. All right, let's get into it. And we're going to start just by comparing the two quarterbacks, because tonight in Buffalo, it's been kind of steady, -5.5 the entire day, AB. We've got Trevor Lawrence. They come in 0-2. This is a must-win situation. You got Josh Allen. They scored 34 the first week they won, then went to Miami. Very workmanlike, 31-10 over the Dolphins. As we compare the two, how do you think they'll affect their teams tonight?
Well, you're looking at two teams here that, quite frankly, are going in opposite directions. Now, you look at Buffalo, they're playing a lot better than we thought that they would, right? Jacksonville, and we're going to look at their stats here in just a second. It's Travis Etienne, and that's it. That's all that this is. Oh, thank God, producer man. Well done on that. Yeah, that's the problem, is that Jacksonville, honestly, man, has just been Travis Etienne. So look for the Bills to go all out, stopping the run, and say, Trev, they're not trusting you, and we don't trust you either. You're going to have to win this one. That is your chess matchup for tonight.
That's the way it kind of feels. And Z-Man, I come over to you. Last week, you guys got to see Josh Allen up close and personal, and he still has a big-time chip on his shoulder as he's playing in the Patrick Mahomes era, but he seems a little bit different this year. Your take?
So Z-Man stepped away. I'll take over for Z-Man. Listen, I think this is I think it's going to be a fun matchup tonight. I'm expected to see Josh Allen go crazy tonight. I have a lot riding on Josh Allen. I think he has a big night overall. So I don't know what Z-Man's thoughts are, but those are my thoughts, Coach.
What do you got? What do you got?
I was asking,
what do you got?
You got to see. This is a smooth start tonight, but this is live TV right here, ladies and gentlemen. I was asking about, you got to see Josh Allen up close and personal last week, 31 points in Miami. What do you see differently about him this year?
They're not, I guess, allowing him to be as reckless as he used to play. I mean, just careless with the football. And then in the middle of last season, the Bills fired Ken Dorsey. I love Ken Dorsey, all right, Hurricanes legend. The Bills fired Ken Dorsey, and they really kind of shackled Josh Allen a bit. And it's tough to make those adjustments in season. Like, if you remember going back to the playoff game last year against Kansas City, that was a quarterback Buffalo didn't really trust. And now you have a whole offseason, you have training camp, and you have preseason to really perfect this. And they're essentially a run-first football team now. And you're seeing the rewards. I mean, they ran all over the Dolphins last week. They looked fantastic in week one as well. Sports talk show hosts hate being wrong. I'm dead wrong about the Buffalo Bills. They are a much better football team than they were last year.
And Raphael, what do the sports books say about the Bills and Jags tonight, sir?
Well, right now the number is 4.5, but this is when you shop around, because DraftKings is the only book that has 4 on Buffalo. And I said this morning that this number came down, which I thought it would, because I think the dog money was going to come in this morning. Looking at Buffalo -4 looks really good in this morning when it was 5.5. So the books are looking for a Jacksonville cover. They don't need 4, 4.5, 5, or 5.5, because the books would lose on Buffalo. Some heavy money came in on that earlier today. So they don't need Kincaid to hit the score touchdown or be the first touchdown, because that'd be a devastating day if Kincaid is the first one to score a touchdown.
Okay. Well, I doubt we have Kincaid. He's probably less than plus 1,000. But we got a gem coming up in the second segment tonight before the game starts at 7:30. But we got a lot of best bets that we've got to get to right here, right now. I can't believe that number is starting to come down. 5.5, 5, 4.5. A lot of people, AB, are believing in the Jags tonight. But your play is let's just throw it to the other team. Start us off.
Absolutely. Look, there is no fly zone for this game, but there is for the second. But we're playing Jaguars-Bills over 1.5 interceptions, and that's Trevor Lawrence and Josh Allen at plus 145 because they all have a game script, but it could go to hell in a handbasket hurry, and I think that it will, especially on the Jacksonville side because if they don't have a run game, Haas, they're going to be in serious trouble. So let me play over 1.5 interceptions.
It's really become an important thing for a lot of these teams this year to utilize that run game, especially James Cook, who's been dynamic through 2 games for the Buffalo Bills. DG, let me come down to you. You got one straight play. You think the Bills, despite what I call a yucky spread at 4.5, they get it done tonight by more than that?
Yeah, I think the Bills show up tonight and they show out, especially at home. But you're looking at a Jacksonville team that is kind of hurt in the secondary a little bit. I expect this to be a 27-17 game. Jacksonville just hasn't scored enough to keep up with Buffalo. I think Buffalo takes advantage of the rush from James Cook, but also a lot of the dump offs. Watch out for the dump offs. He could rack up 30, 40 yards just in receiving yards tonight. Could be a big game for James Cook overall.
Who was that? What was that?
Somebody coughed right into it.
I thought it's Soupy around one time. Where the hell is Soupy and his entire thing falling off? That's the way this night should go. All right, now Z-Man, let me come over to you because I need you to back up what DG just said. Then also, you got a little creative, and I love what you did with your teaser. You're up.
Well, look, I think Buffalo is going to smack the Jaguars. I mean, let's just call it like I see it, all right? And I'm not as confident in the Bengals. I think the Bengals are going to win. I'm not willing to play the Commanders. It's the Commanders we're talking about here. But I think the Commanders could keep it close. So let's go with Buffalo, minus 4.5 straight up. But I'm also going to tease both home teams here. So I cross over the line of 0. Don't love doing that, but okay. So we're crossing 0 with Buffalo, and I'm teasing down Cincinnati to minus 1.5. That makes me feel a lot better about that. So we're getting a little nutty here, all right? It's not that complicated. I love Buffalo tonight. I like Cincinnati, but I want to kind of cover myself a little bit, so we'll tease that down.
I like that a lot. Somebody in the chat says Gabe Davis plays for the Jags coach. What did I say?
Yeah, he used to play for the Bills. Now he's at the Jags.
When did I say his name tonight?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't even remember saying his name, but okay. Anyway.
Say my name, say my name.
No one is around you. God, I love this show so much. All right, Raphael, leave it to you. Mr. Pump the Brakes. You're looking at Z. You're looking at DG. You're looking at, well, not Charles. But I want you to talk a little trash to these two and tell them why they are absolutely wrong when it comes to the Buffalo Bills.
Well, that plus 5.5, I love the Jaguars. I don't love the 4 right now that you get at DraftKings, but Buffalo has dropped 12 out of their last 17 Monday Night Football games. They are not good on Monday nights. So you can see it on the dog money. Again, plus 5.5, a perfect number with the way the dogs have been barking 5.5 or more this year, going 13-2 against the spread and 4-0 yesterday. So when it was 5.5, love the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars make this a game. I can see Buffalo winning by 3 points. I wish it was 3.5 because maybe I'll try to middle that 5.5. But I think Buffalo wins. I just don't think they cover.
Okay, very, very good. Now, we got props as well, and we got to kind of get through these kind of quickly because we got 2 games tonight. AB, let me come back over to you. You mentioned the name Travis Etienne, and if they're going to win tonight, they need to use him. What do you got?
Taking Travis Etienne over 12.5 rush attempts. They are going to use this guy as long as he is on the field. That is the offense. Trevor's got some yardage, but he hadn't done really anything for anyone. When was the last time you heard a Jags pass touchdown? Yeah, I haven't. All right. Etienne over 12.5 rush attempts. He'll get there.
Real quick, shout out to our girl, Allie. She's in the chat tonight. She's on the Jags. She agrees with Charles and with Raphael. That's a good thing. Allie's really, really sharp. All right, so AB likes one way for Etienne. DG, let me come to you. You like him in the air, But, man, the guy you have above him, I absolutely love. Talk to me.
The James Cook over 83.5 rushing and receiving yards at -110 is my favorite play of the entire night. He's cleared this in both games already, but you look at the offensive coordinator for Buffalo. He wants to get James Cook involved in so many aspects. He's already establishing the run, but also Cincinnati now allows the 7th most receiving yards to running backs. So hammer that over 83.5 rushing and receiving. Let's go to Travis Etienne, who you're talking about. He could be very good on the run. And I know that Z-Man really loves him on the ground, but through the air, he has owned Buffalo. We're going to go over 20.5 receiving yards. It's at -110. Buffalo allows the 2nd most receiving yards to running backs. Just let that sink in.
Wow, I just have one single solitary question. Do you want to do all that work? Because look at my guys. They all are kind of around the same thing, just a little bit different. So naturally, I got to come over to Z-Man. Z, you're kind of there, but also I want you to explain quickly how that fans can use alternate lines or the way that DraftKings puts them at like 80 plus, 60 plus, a little different. You're up.
Yeah, I've been using DraftKings lately, and they give you options. You know, if you're going to look at rushing props, you look at the running backs, and for instance, Travis Etienne, they'll give you a certain number for over, 25 yards, over 45 yards, over 60 yards. So it just depends on, how spicy you want to make it. You could pick, which prop you want. Well, I want plus money. All right. So let's get after it here tonight. Scare money don't win money. So for tonight, I like Travis Etienne over 60 yards, 60 plus, I should say, 60 plus rushing yards, plus 140. And the same thing, James Cook. I'm going to get 80 plus rushing yards with James Cook at plus 190. I mean, come on. Those are great odds. Let's gamble a little bit here, guys. Come on.
I absolutely love you, Z, man. God, I love when you're on the show and your energy that you bring. Raphael, let me come over to you because they're asking in the chat about Josh Allen and his rush yards. And although I do like him, I was looking at some of the numbers today, and last week I believe he had 2 rushes for 2 yards. Was that just the nature of the game? Because he went north of this in week number 1.
Yeah, that was just the nature of the game. Josh Allen over 30.5 rushing yards. It's up to 33.5. This one opened up at 28.5, so it keeps on climbing up. I would say hurry up. If you're going to get to 33.5, maybe bet it small, not like the number it is at 30.5. So I do think he has a big game with his legs and his arm. And James Cook's over 18.5 receiving yards. I'm just going to say ditto because everyone else is just hammered what Cooks is going to do today. I think Cooks has a monster game, so he's going to have that 18.5 receiving yards easily.
All right, shout out to Pat. He says AB is the man, and AB, I want you to comment on Charles. He's playing Josh Allen over half an interception. No fly zone for this game, but is Josh Allen in play for an INT?
He's absolutely in play, and he hasn't thrown an interception all year. It's very overdue, and not that we're just playing that, but Jacksonville is going to try to state one right across the middle from him. Absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you. Eyes and Ears Media, thank you. We worked on our camera a lot. By the way, DG, Z-Man, Raphael, not so much AB. I'd be offended with what Joe just wrote in the chat. Where is Seabass? ? He's the best prime time capper at DTL. Ouch.
Good.
That hurts.
Guy gets a club. Guy gets one ticket to the club, and he's the best. Wow.
And blocked.
Full stop. All right, that is segment number 1. We got all of our straight picks. We all have all our prop picks. When we come back, we're going to dive a little deeper into the key matchups and a very early version of the gym. The game starts in 15 minutes, so we got to get our picks in right now. You want to play with us? It's plus 1,000 or higher. Look them up during the break, and we'll do it when we come back. It's DTL Prime Time Live on Stadium. All right, we continue on here on our YouTube page. And AB, I know we like to have a little fun, and it's double dipping tonight. What do you got?
Let's have some parlay action here, all right? Both sides. Jaguars, Bills, take a look here, all right? Jaguars with the spread, ETN, anytime TDs. You see Trevor Lawrence interceptions, ETN, 2+ TDs plus 800. You see a 625. So I won't read them all because everybody can see it here, but I will ask, Raphael, you love parlays. Hit us first. What you got?
I live on parlays. Give me Jacksonville plus 5.5 and NTN anytime TD. I love the plus 250 on that one. And then on the other side, I'll take the Bills minus 5.5 and Josh Allen plus 1 INT for 4-1. That's a great number for 4-1. He throws his first pick tonight.
Yep, I think so too. Z-Man, what you got, bud?
Yeah, I'll go with Bills money line and Josh Allen 1+ interception. I told you, I can't go with the Jags plus 5.5 with any of those because I think the Bills are going to smack them. But I'll go Bills money line and Josh Allen throwing an interception plus 220.
All right, DG, what are they going with over at the rendezvous down there?
Straight ribs, homie. We're going to go on both sides of the fence here. We're going to go with the biggest numbers. I like Jacksonville plus 5.5. You know what, Raphael? I'll middle that at a 5 number with the Travis Etienne 2 touchdowns. But then the Bills minus 2.5. I think they win by 15 probably. Josh Allen is going to be the first touchdown score tonight, plus 625.
Nice. All right, I'm going to go in the middle there. Bills minus 5.5. Josh Allen 1+ interception. And obviously the line is moved, so you can go with what they have lower than that, right? But plus 400 should be the same. Yeah, I like that one. Coach, where are you going?
You got it. I'm going to go with the plus 220. I know it's not crazy. I know it's not real sexy, but I just want the Bills to win. And I keep having this gut that it's going to continue to be a dog-eat-dog world in the NFL. So, AB, I'm going to go very safe. I'm going to go Josh Allen to throw one at plus 220. By the way, we got 25 seconds. Anybody notice the shot that DG just took at Raphael about middling? That was not so subtle, Raphael. I don't know if I like it. Or do I really like it?
And you really like it. I can guarantee you that.
You're damn right I do. The more trash talk, the better. We are back live on Stadium in 5 seconds. All right, we continue on with the best crew in the business. Z-Man, DG, Raphael, my numbers guy, AB, producer man. I am the coach, and we got to dive in deeper before we get to the gym because, AB, you do an amazing job at really showing us in a very classic way the comparisons between key players in a certain game. And tonight, we're going with the Jags and the Bills. Let's go with the rushing. These are the numbers according to DraftKings. So, AB, when you see any of these, any of your lean a certain way?
I look at Travis Etienne at 49.5 rushing yards. If they have any chance of winning, he is going to have to blast this number. So if you're feeling Jacksonville, that's the way to go. For James Cook, nothing really I see there. It would be all Etienne for me.
Okay. And I know DG and Z-Man, you do like James Cook tonight, but there are other numbers. There's attempts, there's longest rush. DG, anything else tickle your fancy?
I do like the longest rush of over 14.5, but if I had to get a little fun tonight, that 2+ touchdowns at plus 500 looks really good.
I know Z-Man gets crazy. Where are you headed, big boy?
Yeah, I agree. I like the 2+ touchdowns. James Cook plus 500 as well. I'm trying to pay the mortgage this month. That'll help out a little bit. And obviously, I like the over in rushing yards for each of those guys.
Raphael, Z-Man and DG, I think, are very, very, very sharp tonight because James Cook has shown none of us anything other than getting it done. I think week 1, he was like at 89 combined yards. Last week, north of 100. It really feels like, to me, there's a lot of confidence with James Cook and the fact that now he is the man. That can change how anybody plays. What are the numbers telling you, Raphael?
Yeah, a lot of money coming in on Cook and all his numbers, but give me Travis Etienne at 6-1 for 2+ touchdowns. If I like the plus 5.5, and I think this is going to be a close game with the Jags keeping this very close, why wouldn't I take this 6-1? It's going to be a running back game for both sides. I think Travis Etienne has a really, really monster game that no one's talking about. It's all Cooks just because he's at home.
Look at you, Mr. Pump the Brakes. We don't have curmudgeon Chris here, and you've got to take over both slots, as you'll say. He's just at home. That's the only thing he can do. He did a little something in Miami last week, big boy. Did a little something in Miami. Sorry, Z-Man. Didn't mean to take that shot. My apologies.
That was Miami.
Wow, Z.
I mean, it wasn't enough torture I had to sit through for 3 hours yesterday watching Skylar Thompson. I need this tonight.
My gut tells me in 2 weeks, you won't have to worry about Skylar Thompson anymore. Somebody will be under center that not named Thompson. I can tell you that. Holy criminy. 3 points against Seattle, losing by 21. Oh,
Could be Zach Wilson.
I'm never going to have those 3 hours back. I'm going to be on my deathbed one day, and I'm going to say, you know what? September 22nd, 2024, I could have had 3 hours back. And now
By
I'm
the
here.
way, who did you just say, Raphael?
A lot of numbers, rumors come out. Zach Wilson could be in Miami.
Yeah, Zach Wilson. You see his brother plays. His brother had a pretty good game in college this weekend. Can't remember who he plays for, but I watched a little bit of him. All right, let's go to the receiving core. I think we all agree it's going to be a running game tonight, but there are a couple of studs that we need to compare. Brian Thomas on one side, Keon Coleman on the other. AB, what do you see?
I see Brian Thomas Jr., who is going to be a stud in the NFL. I like this guy. 3.5 receptions is really strong. It shows you how much Jacksonville is going to want to run the football, so pay attention to that one. Keon Coleman here, I mean, the Bills have a couple dudes that could be on this list. Keon Coleman wasn't the highest, but yeah, 3.5 receptions for Brian Thomas Jr. That's where I go to. And Schwarber just hit a bomb, so there we go.
Did he really?
Yep.
I think we had him in the morning. Somebody had him this morning.
I did.
No wonder you just pointed him out. My bad, AB. My bad. All right, Z, let me come over. When you look at the Bills last week, and maybe it was just the game script, they got out to a big lead and just kind of milked the clock. But there's nobody that's north of 60 really so far this season. So when you see this and you know it's going to be a running game, would you play anything or would you just stay away?
Yeah, these are two teams that want to run the football, but I'll look at Keon Coleman, longest reception, over 17.5 yards. I think he's terrific. I think he can come up with a big play tonight. Can I see Keon Coleman getting something over the middle, 35-yard gain? I could see that happening. So let's go with Keon Coleman, over 17.5 yards, longest reception.
Okay, Japan says Shakur is the Bills wide receiver. Is he the other guy, AB, that you were talking about that could have been on this?
He's their one. Yeah, he actually has higher numbers than there, but I wanted to put Coleman on there because he's such a popular bet.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good call on that one. Let me come over to you, DG. Do you think Keon Coleman at 36.5? Man, it seems like such a low number, but yet the game script may not see him get that many targets.
He's a rookie. He's Josh Allen's rookie. He had one target last week. I think that was a teaching moment, but also they played a lot of zone last week. Tonight, Jacksonville plays man. I do believe that we're going to see Keon Coleman go off. I bet he has 50-plus receiving yards tonight. That's at plus 180 on DraftKings if you want a little sprinkle there.
I just want to see the video that if he gets those 50, he's hilarious. This dude is as funny as they come. Raphael, your take.
Yeah, Keon Coleman's receptions open up at 3.5 at -3 nickels, and it got bet under all the way up to -140. I like the over. Jacksonville plays man, like DG says. I think he's going to be a huge target. I like his over 3.5 receptions, getting the plus money because the public's all over the under.
Okay, shout out to Get71, by the way, always taking care of us. At the game right now, sort of drizzling out or misty. So maybe a little bit of precipitation, as they say in upstate New York. Now, for those of you that are brand new to DTL Primetime Live, we do something that's very, very seriously fun. And the last couple of nights, all of a sudden, I got crew members punching their ticket, getting into the club, popping the bottles. Last night, it was Seabass, Drake London. How was he plus 1,100? I have no idea, but he was. Before that, our OG of OGs. AB getting it done with Alan Lazard and the New York Jets. But make no mistake about it. Raphael, DG, Z-Man, the coach, producer man, we all want to sit right there in VIP alongside Tina and the boys. But AB, we've got rules. And the rules are whoever has a diamond gets to go first. So you, sir, for game number 1, where are you headed?
I am heading to the tight end position. Give me Dalton Kincaid here, plus 1,100. He has 0 targets in the red zone. And what you do is you game plan and throw things that defenses don't have film on, at least from this year. Give me Kincaid, plus 1,100. Let's go.
Sorry, I had some chalk in my throat. I couldn't get it out. I couldn't get it out.
Hey,
my bad.
If you think this was chalky, just wait to the next one.
All right, Raphael, let me come over to you because if this is going to happen, we're going to have to see him drop back, look, progression 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then take off. You can see that happening?
I see a goal line head first to the Trevor Lawrence and his Goldilocks going in there at 22-1. That's how I'm getting in the first game. I don't need the second game to pop bottles. I just need the first game.
You said that with confidence. And right now, me and Z-Man are offended. You talk about the Goldilocks. We haven't had Goldilocks in 20 years.
Is that Goldilocks from TNA?
It just might be. It just might be. All right, DG, let me come over to you. My eyes aren't as good as they used to be. Is that Keon Coleman?
Keon Coleman is going to have a good bounce back game tonight. Plus 1,700. One target the entire game last week. I think Josh Allen wants to reward the young fella and get him in the end zone. First TD of the year. We're going to go Keon Coleman here. Plus 1,700.
See, DG's such a good low-key trash talker. I have a feeling that if he gets into the club, he might be as annoying as anybody that we've ever had. And I'll respect it. Z-Man, you are getting a little funky. This is right on brand for you. What do you got?
Look, you know, if you want to get nuts, let's get nuts. We already heard Trevor Lawrence. He has not thrown an interception yet this year. I'm looking for that duck out from Trevor Lawrence. The cornerback picks it, walks high steps right into the end zone. Give me that Buffalo defense or special teams opening touchdown plus 2,200. I'm in the club tonight.
Well, if anybody knows how to get in the club, it would be the man from South Beach. It would be you. I'm going to go with Mac Hollins. I like the number. I just had to look. I just think I think the Bills score the first touchdown. So I had to find somebody, anybody. And in week number 1, do you know who scored a touchdown against Arizona? Anyone? I'll answer it for you. Mac Hollins did 2 catches. I only need 1 to score the end zone. That didn't even make sense, but you know what I'm talking about at plus 1,900. Now, producer man, who do you have tonight? Who does producer man have? Wow, Khalil Shakur at plus 1,200. AB, tell us why, because you know producer man's very shy. He doesn't like to come on the show. Why is this a good pick?
Yep, I'm going to go perfect form here. If you can see right on the screen. Yep, can't see producer man. We're going like we're in the mafia and hiding, all right? Yep, that's where he's going. Another good pick, too. By the way, I'm telling you, dude, producer man's going to get in soon. It's happening.
You know what I've really enjoyed is when we first introduced this thing. I think you all did. Me and AB have been doing this for several years together. But you guys came in like, oh, is this fun? Is it serious? I mean, this kind of seems a little bit silly. And then it took 1 week, and you guys are clawing at each other. Everybody wants to get into the club. It's that serious. It's that serious. I just want to see Raphael pop bottles. Then my career could be complete. Have you ever truly popped bottles, Raphael?
I've worked in casinos for 13 New Year's Eves. So, yes, I have popped bottles in MGM, Bellagio, Aria. I've witnessed too much stuff that I don't want to remember.
Hey, where you want to do it is Gold Strike, all right? Down there in Mississippi. That's where you want to do it. Tunica. I've had a ton of fun down there. Shout out Gold Strike.
All right, the first game starts in just 1 minute. Shout out to Peggy. She said, producer man and Peggy getting into the club tonight. Tina says, Raphael popping bottles by himself in the club with AB, Seabass, and myself laughing my booty off. Tina's talking a lot of trash these days. She's talking a lot of trash.
She's been in the club for a minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
She paid rent on the thing.
She did. She was all by herself till the last 4 days, and she's all to the good. All right, so that's the gem for game number 1. We still will have a full game number 2. Can the Commanders go on the road getting 7 and cover in Cincinnati? And also, you guys have waited way too long. We have a full no-fly zone for game number 2. You're watching DTL Primetime Live only on Stadium and YouTube and social. And you know what I mean. We're back. All right, AB, we've got parlays on the other game. I got to see what our choices are.
There we go. I love that pause right there.
Like, oh, no.
That's what you're going to get out of this game. You're going to get a pause, and then you're going to get excitement. All right, take a look at these parlays. Commanders on the left, Bengals on the right. Okay, got interceptions in here. You've got Jalen Daniels battle off. Like, there's a lot of options here. Raphael, throw it to you. What do you like?
Give me Bengals money line, Jamar Chase anytime touchdown plus 175. The Bengals get a big win. I think they get a double-digit win tonight. I'll take the plus 175.
Okay, Z-Man, what you got?
Yeah, you know what? I'll go Commanders +7. You know, like I said earlier, I teased down the Bengals because I think the Commanders could keep it within a score. So let's go Commanders +7 and Jaden Daniels interception +345.
Okay, all right. What's the Memphis State pick down there, DG?
I already love the Bengals tonight, so we're going to go Bengals -7 and a Burrow INT +355. I like that one.
Okay, I'm going to go Bengals -3, Burrow interception +225. Coach, where are you going?
Well, I love all of a sudden the Commanders. It's the gut feeling. And Jaden Daniels scored 2 touchdowns on the ground in week number 1. I think he does it again tonight. I'll take the Commanders getting the touchdown +265 with Daniels scoring an anytime touchdown.
Okay, there we go. I like it. Solid. Now, the best part about these is that you can mix and match, right? Like, we've got 2 legs on here because most people, they like to stay right at 2. But, I mean, you could put it Bengals -3, Burrow INT, and then put a Jaden Daniels INT right in there. It's going to be fun. You got 2 LSU Heisman-winning trophy quarterbacks going head-to-head, man. It's going to be a fun game.
I like it a lot.
By the way, it looks like James Cook already has 20 yards receiving.
Yep.
Are you kidding me right now?
Nice.
Yeah, first play of the game.
Oh, okay. What channel is that on, by the way, the first game?
ESPN.
ESPN?
ESPN.
Okay. All right, I got to take our beautiful faces off Amazon Prime. I only got so many screens, but we do look good tonight on Amazon Prime. We are back on Stadium in 5 seconds. All right, we are back on Stadium, and we're going to do this half hour a little bit differently. We're going to do our picks in the segment 4 because we still have about another 20 minutes to get into them. But we have the Commanders and the Bengals. And AB, let's start right there, and let's look at this particular quarterback matchup tonight. And this is what the numbers are. You see Joe Burrow there, Daniels, the rookie. The Bengals now, it's all kind of been, depending on where you're at, 7.5. But here are their numbers so far in 2024. We can't sleep on Jaden Daniels, can we, AB?
We cannot. And look at the completion percentage, 75.5%. The guy is completing passes. Now, they're not deep, and we're going to take a look at the offense here in a minute. But 75%, 410 passing yards. But take a look at the pass touchdowns, 0. Interceptions, 0. Now, he's run 2 in, like you said. However, buddy, you're going to have to eventually start throwing it down there. And that's what I'm fascinated to see tonight. But that's a strong completion percentage, man.
It really, really is. And Z, let me come over to you because as they go, and they already have 1 win. And whenever a rookie quarterback comes out of the box, normally the coaches are just kind of easing their way in. How much leash do you think Washington gives Daniels tonight?
Well, they're playing a really desperate Cincinnati team. You saw a bunch of 0-2 teams yesterday get their first wins, right? You had the Ravens, they went on the road. You had the Panthers, they went on the road. You had the Broncos, they went on the road. These are all 0-2 teams. Your season's on the line if you're 0-2. So this is going to be, the reason I'm saying this is going to be a Bengal team that really is going to be coming after Washington. So I think you're going to continue to see what you've been seeing. The reason that he has 75% completion percentages, they're being pretty safe with him. And I think that's probably the best way to attempt to keep this game close.
All right, Buffalo, big 4th down conversion. They're all the way down to the 30 in game number 1. We'll keep you up to date on that as we have a very important gem bet to keep our eyes on. DG, let me come over to you because I like how AB has really highlighted certain numbers for both guys. Which one is most impressive to you that you're looking at?
The most impressive thing is the pass yards for Joe Burrow to me. I think he has a very good night in the air personally, but I love Jaden Daniels on the ground. And so we'll see about one of my plays for that a little bit later on. But Burrow through the air against the Washington defense that isn't very good against the receiving, I think they're going to give a lot of yards tonight.
Well, as I'm looking right now, 2 big plays from Shakir. We talked about it, AB, Shakir and Keon Coleman. He probably has 40 yards in the last 2 plays as they're just kind of dumping it down and letting them do the work so far.
Yep, Josh Allen hitting them safe passes. All right, don't get it picked off. Keep going down the field, and then as soon as the defense spreads out, pop them in the A gap, run it, keep them questioning, man. This is a good start so far.
Boom and boom. Raphael, let me come over to you, big boy, because this really is a fascinating matchup tonight. And when Joe Burrow in the past has been in a must-win situation, he has delivered. But the way they lost last week, I wonder how fast they bounce back. And conversely, the Commanders had a nice come-from-behind win against the Giants.
Played the Giants. Joe Burrow, his passing yards opened up at 243.5, and it's now around 262.5. I think he clears that. This is a desperate Bengals team that, yes, they lost to the Chiefs, but everyone right now is losing to the Chiefs because the refs are helping them. But that's another story. I think Burrow has a monster game today. That's why I like the Bengals. And I'm not sold on Daniels. DG and Soupy love to say the dump-off pass. That's what J.D. Daniels has been doing the whole time. That's why his percentage is really high. If he can throw down the field, then that's something different. But I think his legs might get him in trouble today.
All right. A couple of things. AB, I know you're handling the bots as we speak. And apparently there's a couple of our OGs that I want to bring up that I misspoke in the crew exclusive picks today. And I just wonder how fast Go See Mike or John can get blocked tonight as well. I'm not scared to do it on a double dip. I'll do it, Go See Mike. Don't even
block. It's a block of Monday.
Yeah, block them all. All right. Now we've reached that time. We have reached that time. Producer man, thank you for the one shot. Now, tonight, we just broke down the two quarterbacks. One plays like an all-pro, has gone to a Super Bowl. The other one hopes someday he goes to a Super Bowl. He's coming out of LSU where he was dynamic. But this will be his first Monday Night Football game. How will he handle the pressure? Where will he throw it to? Where won't he throw it to? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the no-fly zone.
We are playing asteroids with these bots. All right, welcome to the no-fly zone. Let's take a look at Jaden Daniels here. You see his passing chart against the Giants. All right, and you see on the left the Bengals secondary rankings. 32, 32, 28, 30, 14, and 32. This secondary is not great. However, take a look at this offense. Exactly what Raphael just said. See that blue line? It's a line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 behind the line of scrimmage. And a lot of them 10 yards and in. That's what this offense is. Very safe, very, very protected. However, these two defenses tonight are two of the most aggressive in the NFL. Lou and Amaruo, I pronounced that terribly, but with the Bengals, and then you've got Dan Quinn, all right, of the Commanders. They're going to get after it. Now, flip it over here, and let's take a look. This is where Jaden Daniels is going to get in trouble. The name of the game is, can the Bengals force Jaden Daniels to throw deep or throw over the middle? That's what you have to do, and you have to play with a lead. So take a look at this final slide right here, and you will see the game scripts. The Bengals are going to look to stop the run completely because Washington wants to run the ball and keep everything protected. All right, Jaden Daniels use the flats, passes out there to open up A-gap runs, okay? Avoid the middle of the field beyond 10 yards. That's where he's going to throw a pick. And look for Jaden Daniels also to use his legs. We give his interception rating 4 out of 5 stars for tonight. My man could be in trouble. Now, you flip it over to Joe Burrow, all right? This is him against the Chiefs. Look at this offense. Not throwing too terribly deep, all right? Most of those are 5 yards and in. However, look at the touchdowns. 5 yards, 10 yards. Dudes can get it. Look at the Washington secondary. 29, 23, 31, 21, 19, 20. Not great, but Dan Quinn and his defense, what he did with Dallas, they are aggressive as hell. They're going to come after you, not only, all right, your quarterback, but they're going to run a 4-3 cover 3 scheme, and they're going to pull up to the line and be aggressive with your wide receivers. But this is where Joe Burrow could get in trouble. If they do that and he chucks one over the middle, that could be serious trouble for him. But it's also, as I pop that one right there, that bot, you're gone. You could see him going deep tonight, big time, because if you get too aggressive, Joey B can crush you deep, left or right side. Flip it over to the next slide here. Here's where he's going to get in trouble. The line of scrimmage across his body, middle of the field, intermediate, right side, intermediate. That is where the trouble will be, because that means Joey's getting flushed and he's going to throw off of his back feet, not be set, and that's where trouble comes. So if you look at the final slide here, Burrow, the game scripts, balance creates chaos. If you run the ball, throw the ball, keep it back and forth. All right, what Kansas City did last night, we said whoever runs the ball is going to win that game, and they did. Take the passes the defense gives you. Don't be too aggressive. Deep sideline passes only if you're going deep, all right, because it's either you catch it or it's out of bounds. And if you score early to avoid risks, you will be fine. If you don't, and Joey B plays from behind, serious trouble. 3 out of 5 interception rate.
Well, we got good news and we've got bad news, guys. By the way, unbelievable no-fly zone, AB, as usual. So James Cook just went around the corner and he was cooking into the end zone. However, he was less than plus 1,000, so nobody had him, which sucks. But the Bills, whoever had the Bills, they're up 6-0. They're going to kick the extra point. I always get depressed, even though the team I bet on he scores, like, damn it, Matt Collins, where are you? Let's go, dog. Let's go. Real quick, so Z-Man, let me come over to you, because when we look at all those and the fact that the Bengals had so many kind of short passes and you break them down like that. By the way, I love the interception rating. That's next level. But it seems like to me, if both coaching staffs could let their quarterbacks go down the field, maybe they could hook up with something instead of being so conservative around the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I mean, I think Buffalo's going to be super aggressive on both sides of the football. And Jaden Daniels, while he's been pretty good, all right, he's probably performed the best out of all the rookie quarterbacks so far. I think he's kind of due for a clunker. So I could see a game that statistically he doesn't look very good, especially considering this Cincinnati defense is going to be super aggressive. As far as Cincinnati on the offensive side, you know, they're getting T. Higgins back here tonight. This could really be the game that we finally see them break out. Obviously, they didn't play well week number 1. There's no shame in losing week 2 at Kansas City, all right? As 2-time defending Super Bowl champions, I really liked what I saw out of Cincinnati last week. I mean, they were a defensive pass interference away from winning that game at the Chiefs. So I expect Cincinnati to win here. I think they're going to be super aggressive on both sides.
The nice thing is they happen to be DG in a division that nobody has gotten off to a good start. Not Baltimore, not Cleveland.
Steelers are 3-0. Come on, Tomlin. Come on.
I was just getting ready to stop and do my whole flow thing. You just ruined my flow, Z.
That's my job.
Yeah, right. That's what Raphael does. Let him ruin my flow, damn it. All right, DG. So I just lost my train of thought. You literally made me that's how good that was.
NFC North and the Bengals.
Or AFC North and the Bengals.
AFC, right. Excuse me. Yeah,
DG, come on. The nice thing is that nobody's running away. Nobody believes the Steelers are going to long-term have a great season. So if you're the Bengals, the mindset tonight is what?
They have to get off to a good start. I think that's the biggest thing for them is you're talking about, at home, you got T. Higgins back. He should be fully healthy. Could have played possibly last week. But you're talking about a guy who could be maybe some people's one if he's fully healthy in Higgins. But this should open up Chase a little bit more. It should open up the passing game. And the Washington Commanders suck in the secondary. That helps too. So let's just kind of tie a bow on it and put it on that one.
Complete gimmick infringement right there with the man sitting right next to you. What are you doing? AB, sorry. We got to talk to the crew. I mean, Z-Man's sitting right there. What are we doing?
I know. Hey, just wait. Next Monday, we get Titans, baby.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're going to be insufferable. Absolutely.
Will Levis is minus 900 to throw an interception.
Is he still doing the splits, by the way?
Well, he's doing the splits when they're throwing pick sixes.
Still to come. We got full picks and props and the gym, and we do it all in one segment. We're live on Stadium, having a great time on a Monday night. All right, AB, we know we've got a bunch of degenerates around here in the DTL universe that can't wait for a full game to cash. They like halftime bets. What do we got?
Well, on the left-hand side, you're going to have to play these live as the game's already started. However, on the right-hand side, you see first half bets from the Commanders and the Bengals. Commanders plus 4.5, minus 120. Commanders team total over 9.5, minus 115. Or the Bengals minus 4.5 at even money. The Bengals team total over 13.5 at 3 nickels. So, my man, Raphael, the nickel man himself. All right, there's no more coin shortage. We're good to go. Which way you going?
Well, live bet right now is Buffalo minus 7.5, and the total is 48.5. And I'll probably look at taking the plus points. Commanders, I'm going to take the Bengals minus 4.5, even money on the first. I just think they jump off really, really quickly and don't look back.
Z-Man, what you like?
Bengals team total over 13.5. I like 2 touchdowns in the first half, even at minus 115.
Okay. DG, what's a Jerry Lawler, Memphis area talking about over there? What do we like?
I'm going to pull the strap down. I'm going to follow Z-Man, even though I stole it. But I'm going to go Bengals total team over 13.5 at minus, 15 pennies? I'm not sure.
15 pennies. I do like that one. Look, we're going to go this for my man Jimmy Valiant. All right. He seems like he would be a big Bengals guy. But I'm going to go Commanders plus 4.5 in the first half. I like Cincinnati. I like them to play, get 4 touchdowns tonight. However, I do think that Washington's going to come out because they can't play from behind. Coach, they cannot play from behind. It takes the run game out. And, dude, Jaden Daniels, I don't know if he's ready for that one.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. And as the only person on this show who's actually wrestled Jerry the King Lawler, I can speak from experience. The strap means nothing, but the running game tonight might mean something. I think we're sleeping on a Washington team that is going to be a little bit better. Let's not forget, Cincinnati week 1 looked awful. And I don't know how much T. Higgins is going to matter. I know he will matter. But Jamar Chase is doing too much of this. Way too much of this. We're about to find out at 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. We got best bets, we've got props, we got gems, and we've got to get to it. We are back on Stadium in 5 seconds. All right, welcome back. We are live on Stadium, on the Stadium app, on YouTube TV, Roku TV, and we've got to get to our best bets for game number 2. So, AB, I'm coming right over to you. You think the Bengals offense shows up early and often tonight? Start us off.
I do. They just do not have any other option but full speed ahead. Going to go with the Bengals team total over 3.5 touchdowns at plus 130. If you've never played this before, it's the entire team. Could be offense, could be defense, special teams. It does not matter. All right, just the Bengals getting over 3.5 touchdowns. They might win or lose, who knows? But they're going to have to get 4 touchdowns or more tonight.
By the way, AB, Jared says Trevor almost threw his first interception, forcing it into double coverage.
Yeah, okay, so absolutely. That's exactly what you're seeing in that game is what we talked about, the no-fly zone, all right? Trevor's already playing from behind. Cincinnati wants to do that to Jaden Daniels to force you to throw double coverage, middles, quarters, all right? That's why scoring first is so important.
Do you want to do the work? I didn't think so. Now, DG, let me come down to you because you're not scared to lay a full touchdown tonight with Cincinnati. Tell me why.
The number's been at 7.5 a lot. I'm okay at the 7 just in case we get a push here. I think the Bengals will be much better. They haven't really just kind of scored a whole lot, but Washington hasn't. They didn't score a touchdown all last week. So I like them to go ahead and get out and maybe win this by 10+ points. The Bengals tonight -7.
Let me come over to Z, man, because my book had it at 7, but I highly encourage on this show, we try to educate and entertain. If you can, buy that half a point. And Z, man, that's exactly what I did. And I got it basically at the juice that you have it right here. So let's start there and then explain how you're going to try and middle this thing.
Exactly. That's exactly it. You know, I feel really good about the Bills, but I feel good about the Bengals winning. But I think Washington can keep it close. So you know what? You know what's the best thing you could do? Put yourself in a spot where you can't lose. So I'm going to try and middle this game, all right? We already know I'm teasing Buffalo and Cincinnati, but let's also take Washington, all right? So Washington +7.5. Can I hit the middle there with Cincinnati -1.5? I mean, I may not be popping bottles in the club here tonight, but it'll be close. I'll be feeling really good about myself. I mean, how proud are you when you hit a middle?
So
you don't get a whole lot more. You're so proud of yourself.
Yes, no doubt about it. And we have that teaser too. I absolutely love it on both. Now, Raphael, let me come over to you because you are on top of. Well, leave it to you to give me an under and bring me down. So go ahead, go ahead and give it to us, I guess.
I just love how you guys are talking about middles, thinking it's the greatest thing, and then I get flack for doing middles all the time on the show. So I don't understand where we're going with this show, but I like the Commanders-Bengals first quarter under. That's right, under 9.5, because we've seen no offenses all season long, especially on prime time. The Bengals have only scored 3 points in 2 games in the first quarter, so I like the under 9.5. And then I'll take was it both teams to score a rushing touchdown at plus 200. You're trying to tell me to get 2-1 for a rushing touchdown when we think the running game is going to be so effective? I think Daniels can probably run in for a touchdown, and I think Burrow can probably run in for a touchdown. That will cash my ticket right there at 2-1.
By the way, somebody in the chat said Zaz O'Brien, you're going to win enough for a second home tonight, a second Zaslow mansion. And by the way, Raphael, nobody other than DG made fun of you about middling I believe it was a rushing prop, which has never been done very much before. But that's only him. It's not me. It's not AB. It's not Z-Man. Stop. All right, we've got to rip through our props because we still have another gem to get to. And boy, do I boys have some props tonight. AB, start us off.
All right, we're taking Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels combined over 1.5 interceptions at plus 195. Look at that one. Taking it tonight, dog. All right, Joe Burrow over 3.5 rush attempts, minus 120. He'll use his legs, and as we know, kneel downs count as rush attempts as well. Joe Burrow, longest completion, over 37.5 yards. You saw the no-fly zone. That's about interceptions, but it's about everything. And that defensive scheme that Dan Quinn is going to run aggressive, 4-3, cover 3 on the line, he'll pop you one, all right, when he does a fade. When in doubt, run a 9 route. And Jaden Daniels, over 18.5 completions tonight, minus 105. Got a feeling he's going to have to be throwing tonight. Low number.
Why'd you have to take a shot at me with those rush attempts last night? Me and number 15 have some issues right now. We've got some issues right now. Who loses 7 yards on 3 kneel downs? Nobody. Damn you. Number 15, I still love you. DG, I'm coming to you. Give me your 2, big boy.
This guy won't be kneeling it down. Jaden Daniels over 49.5 rushing yards. He is incredible. His legs are going to kind of show off tonight. It's Monday Night Football. It's his first Monday Night Football. You know he's going to get out of the backfield and escape and get a little scramble there. It's at minus 110. And we're going to go to Austin Seibert. He had 7 for 7 last week. Did I mention that they cannot score a touchdown? So him getting 7 last week, but also going against Cincinnati, they've allowed 2+ field goals in every game they played this year. So we're going to go Austin Seibert over 1.5 field goals at minus 110.
And the Bills are inside the 20 again. Dalton Kincaid, a big catch. We didn't play any of their receiving props, but damn it, they've already cashed at least 2 of them that I know of. Z-Man, come to you. You got 2 plays.
Yeah, I think Washington's going to be playing from behind, especially into the second half. So let's go Jaden Daniels over 200 passing yards. It's at minus 105, so I feel pretty good about that. And Joe Burrow, 2+ passing touchdowns. It's minus 170. That's a big price to pay. That's because it's going to happen. So Jaden Daniels, 200+ passing yards. Joe Burrow, 2+ passing touchdowns.
Hey, sometimes the juice is worth the squeeze. Raphael, talk to me.
Give me Brian Robinson Jr. over 13.5 rushing attempts, minus 130. Against the Giants, he had 17 rushing attempts and ran for over 100 yards, and he has cashed his prop 4 out of 9 games. I think he has a big game. Be close. I think Washington keep this game close to the first half, second half, all Bengals.
We have exactly 2.5 minutes left in the show, so every person has about 25 seconds. Who's going to score the first touchdown of this game? AB, you're the OG. You got the diamond. Let's go.
You wanted some chalk? Well, I got you chalk. Jaden Daniels plus 1,000. All right. I had to wait for this thing to get there, but we finally did. He'll run it in. Jaden knows how to get it done.
Everybody just checking their phone all day. 2 rushing touchdowns week 1. Raphael, coming to you, big boy.
Chase Brown, 12-1. I'll take that one.
Very quick. I like it. DG, talk to me.
Andre Yosivas plus 1,800. Let's get a little Andre action going tonight in the back of the end zone.
Z-Man.
Well, I'm not going to get nuts here, but I am going to try and get a green check mark. All right. So let's go Mike Gesicki, plus 1,200 for Cincinnati. Coming off of, what do you have, a 6-catch, 80-some-odd yard game last week. So Burrow's finding him. Let's roll with Gesicki tonight.
And I'm going Oppo because you get good numbers on the team that the sportsbook thinks are not going to score the first touchdown. I'm going to take Zach Ertz. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even remember that he played, apparently just like Gabe Davis. But I like plus 1,900. I know he's a big name. And who did Producer Man take? Brian Robinson, plus 1,100. Producer Man's down here in one of the boxes. You can't see him. He's like doing the little dance like he's got something on us and everything. He doesn't have jack on us. All right, 10-second final takes, and I do mean 10. AB, your final thoughts, sir.
The battle in this game is who could force the other quarterback to throw across the middle. Fun.
Boom. I love that. Raphael, educate me.
Bengals get that one.
DG.
We're going to go Jaden Daniels goes off on Monday Night Football. Shows why he's the number 2 quarterback in NFC East.
Thank you. Finally, somebody believes in Washington. Z-Man, bring me home.
Will these games be compelling enough in the fourth quarter, third quarter even, to keep me from turning over to Monday Night Raw? That's the big question.
My question is, after Monday Night Raw, who's going to be turning over to the last word with me and Big Tommy C? Thank you, gentlemen. Live under the behind the turnbuckle umbrella as we break down probably 3-4 segment matches because that's exactly what they do. And by the way, SmackDown going to 3 hours. What are we doing, Z? What are we doing?
I mean, the ratings are huge. They want some advertising. That's how you make the money, Coach.
I guess you're right. Gentlemen, I love you so very much. 2 games tonight. Next Monday, we get 2 more. Maybe we'll call Stadium and ask if we can have 90 minutes. I'll make that call. I'm not scared to. In the meantime, there's only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these double Monday night tickets straight to the pay window. My entire crew, love them all. Z-Man, DG, Raphael, AB, Producer Man. I am simply the coach trying to keep this train on said track. We grind for you so we can win with you. Have a great time tonight. There's so much to watch. This is DTL Prime Time on Stadium. See you tomorrow morning.